going to be a simple and easy practice for your lower back. So it's yoga for the lower back. I personally struggle with a lot of lower back pain, and I find that these stretches help me. So they might help you too. Give it a try, you never know. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this practice. So we're gonna start actually in child's pose. So I find that child's pose and downward dogs really help release any tension in my lower back. So we're gonna start just in child's pose and really with the breath here. So on your inhale, feel your back expand. And then on your exhale, think about release. So I try to think about any pain or tension kind of either going out my toes or out my fingertips. So inhale, feel your back expand. Nice stretch. And then exhale, release any tension out the toes or the fingertips. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, feel your back expand. Exhale, release at the toes and the fingertips. Awesome. We'll slowly inhale and come up into our tabletop position. From our tabletop, we're just going to find a cat pose. So inhale, curve your spine and arch your spine up to the sky. Bring your chin in towards your chest. Just feel that nice stretch along your lower back. You can even bring your hips over to one side and then the other. And if you're craving a cow, by all means you can drop your belly and look up, but I personally just like to tuck my tailbone under here and just kind of make some circles with my hips. Again, just stretching out the lower back. Awesome. And then we'll come back to our table. Curl your toes under, push your legs up into your downward facing dog. So bend your knees as much as you need to here and really shoot your hips up to the sky. Pushing your hands into the mat, your knuckles. Really find some length here. Stretch out the spine. Awesome. And then we're going to come into a low lunge. So we're going to lift our right leg up. And then exhale, plant that right leg in between your palms. Come down onto your left knee. If you need to pad your mat, by all means do so. And then we're going to come up into our low lunge. So inhale, you're going to reach your arms up. Now, it's not so much about getting a deep bend in your front knee here. It's more about tucking your pelvis under. So I can just come forward here and not tuck my pelvis, and I really don't feel a nice release in my hip flexor. But if I come back a little bit and just turn my pelvis and tuck it under, so my tailbone tucks under, you're going to feel a nice stretch in the front of your left hip flexor, and that's what's going to help cue those muscles in your glute and lower back to release. So really try to tuck your pelvis under here. You can reach your arms up. If having your arms up is a little bit too much, just place them on your knee. This is more about getting into that front hip flexor. We'll take 3 breaths here. Another breath in. Exhale. And on every exhale, I want you to think about releasing. So cue to your back, you're okay, release. One more deep breath in. Awesome. We'll plant our palms down. You can either step back into downward facing dog, or you can always just step right into the other side. I just like downward facing dog as a transition, but you can always just go from tabletop as well. This time we'll plant our left foot in between our palms, coming down onto our right knee. Again, pat the mat if you need to. Walk your hands up and find that same stretch, but this time in your right hip flexor. So going back into the releasing of the lower back, we are in a slight back bend here, not fully, but if you do lean too far back bends actually can cause anxiety and anxiousness in the body. So don't try to lean too far back here because it might actually cause your back to spasm a little bit more energetically. Try to sink into that front left knee. Again, tucking the pelvis under. We'll take 1 more breath in. And exhale. Beautiful. Plant your palms back down. And we'll find child's pose again, just to let that sink in and absorb. from our child's pose, we'll slowly come roll up. Tuck your toes under and find your way into a forward fold. So bend your knees as much as you need to in this forward fold. Release your head, neck, shoulders. Again, this is just about curving our lower back, stretching it out. So this should feel really nice and relaxing for you. If you have any tension or pain, really just bend your knees more and let your body drop. You shouldn't feel any tightness. You will feel a little tight, but it's just more about releasing. So you can grab opposite elbows here. Again, always cueing to the back body energetically that it's okay. Forward folds tend to be really relaxing for people with anxiety. Forward folds are good for people with anxiety, but back bends are not, and back bends are good for people who are busybodies, but forward folds are not. So just working into how you feel in this posture depending on energetically where you're at today, and then maybe cueing your muscles appropriately. And we'll slowly roll all the way up. Awesome. We'll inhale, let's reach our arms up, nice big stretch. Really reach out through the spine. And then exhale, forward fold back down. Awesome. We're going to plant our palms, step back into our table again, and actually find our way onto our backs. So on our back, we're just going to draw our knees into our chest and just roll side to side on your lower back here. It can be a nice release, a nice massage, just letting go of any tension. Do circles in one direction or circles in the other. Awesome. And then we're going to, from our backs, begin to thread the needle. So flexing our right foot, plant your left foot down, cross your right foot over your left knee, and then you can begin to, either you can stay here if this is enough for you, and work on getting that right knee farther away from you, or you can begin to pull your left thigh in towards your chest. Again, releasing out through our glute and our side right hip here is going to help release any tension we're carrying in the back. Try to relax your shoulders, relax your face. Let go of anything here. Again, always cueing to the body that it's okay. We'll take 3 more breaths. Deep breath in. Awesome. Exhale, release. We'll switch legs, so we'll plant our right foot down, this time flexing our left foot, crossing it over our right knee, drawing that right knee into our chest. This time opening up through the left hip and side. Again, if you want to find a little bit of movement here, you can always kind of bring your left knee side to side, left leg and foot kind of like rolling up the lower back a little bit. Nice little massage. Or just stay still. Just find a place that feels good to you where you can get the stretch and the release. Awesome. Slowly let that go. And then we'll find happy baby pose. So bring your feet up into the air. You can either interlace your hands on the outside for the traditional pose, or you can try on the inside. It's whatever really works for you. And then again, if you want, you can find some movement here, kind of massaging out the lower back side to side. These little rolls side to side are kind of like if you're rolling out on a foam roller or like a tennis ball. Not as intense, obviously, but they do kind of help release any muscles a little bit. Again, opening up through the hips here and help release some tension that we carry in our lower back. Take one more windshield wiper your legs side to side, let go of any extra tension you might be holding on to. And then we'll come into Shavasana. So in Shavasana, you can extend your legs out. If this is too much for your back and you feel any compression, you can always put blocks underneath your thighs. You also don't even have to stay in Shavasana. You can take a child's pose. Just one more resting pose. I always like to recommend doing some sort of check-in at the end of your practice, at least for 5 breaths. Just being conscious for 5 breaths can really do a lot, especially if you're working on releasing an area of tension in your body. 5 breaths to say to your lower back, hey, you're okay, release, you're okay, relax, can make a difference. So I invite you to stay here for as long as you need. I hope this practice has helped you. I hope you come back to it on a regular basis. Doing these stretches really does help. The divine light in me honors and